Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anna Manuel. More expensive electric and gas bills are coming to New York. State officials approved a hike that has many doing a double take. Our Sonia Ellison speaks to people in the Southern Tier about this decision.
New York State Public Service Commission voted yesterday to approve a 3-year deal where NYSEG rates will jump a whopping 61%. I asked locals in downtown Corning at Centerway Square what they think.
The PSC considered a 120% utility bill increase for NYSEG customers before the final rate of 61% was approved, but most locals still aren't praising this unprecedented price jump.
Yeah, it's disappointing, really, because there's a lot of people that can't afford it. Now they can't afford it. Now you add 61% to that, it's going to be a problem. Seniors and younger people, it's not feasible.
I feel for especially the people on SSI they're getting like a $50 raise. They're going to have to spend that on their gas bill, and that still might not be enough.
Governor Hochul released a statement saying she recognizes the rates will strain household budgets all across our state, and New York has secured $400 million in the budget to provide relief to New Yorkers with high energy bills via assistance through programs like HEAT. With winter just around the corner, this record-breaking hike is sure to financially burden households serviced by Avangrid companies all across the state.
It means to turn the heat down. That's what it means to me. It means to really budget my stuff.
Reporting from Centerway Square in Corning for Big Fox WYDC, I'm Sonia Ellison.
Affordable housing lottery applications are now open for Elmira's Reynolds Way Apartments, which is currently under construction. The apartments are made up of 4 buildings with a total of 41 studio, 1-bedroom, and 2-bedroom units available for individuals and families within certain income levels. Applications must be postmarked by November 20th and can be found at the website on your screen under their Rentals and Development section. Sending more than one application will disqualify applicants. The New York Lottery reports the Tops in Bath sold a third-place winning Powerball ticket worth $50,000 this week. The ticket was one of the 14 third-prize Powerball winners in our state. A California resident cashed in on the $1.76 billion jackpot on Wednesday. The IRS says the amount of money Americans owe in taxes but have not paid is growing. The IRS says its projections show the gross tax gap surged to $688 billion for the year 2021 because Americans failed to pay their taxes on time. The tax gap is the difference between the amount of tax money the government is owed compared to what it collects on time. The IRS says it will use resources from the Inflation Reduction Act to ramp up its enforcement efforts and improve taxpayer service. More troubles for Senator Bob Menendez. The New Jersey Democrat has been accused of taking bribes and acting as a foreign agent for the Egyptian government. This, according to a superseding federal indictment filed Thursday. Menendez, along with his wife and several others, conspired to make Menendez a partner of the Egyptian government for more than 4 years through June of 2020, it alleges. Menendez has denied any wrongdoing and has shunned numerous calls to resign from the Senate. Now to the latest developments on the war between Israel and Hamas. Israeli forces are gathering up and down the Gaza border as they call on people in northern Gaza to flee. This as troops prepare for a ground invasion. Mike Tobin has more.
Hundreds of Palestinians began fleeing northern Gaza Friday after Israel's military ordered 1.1 million people, about half the population of the Gaza Strip, to leave their homes and head south. It's a sign a ground operation is imminent.
The aim here is to minimize the damage to civilians. There are significant combat operations ongoing, and we are preparing for future and the continuance of our combat operations.
Following the weekend attack by Hamas, Israel's military has been building up at the Gaza border in preparation for a ground invasion that's expected to take months. Israel's defense forces are giving people 24 hours to evacuate, but a diplomatic source tells Fox News that Hamas, the group in control of Gaza, has been preventing civilians from leaving their homes. Some now fear the humanitarian crisis there could get worse.
Estimates that more than 250,000 people in Gaza have already been displaced, the only power station ceasing to operate, and a serious shortage of water.
Meanwhile, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin meeting with his Israeli counterpart on Friday. While a second American aircraft carrying munitions is expected to arrive later in the day, and the Biden administration is pledging more support as the fighting ramps up.
Make no mistake, the United States will make sure that Israel has what it needs to defend itself. And Israel has a right to protect its people.
The IDF says more than 1,300 Israelis have been killed in just 6 days of fighting. In Ashkelon, Israel, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
We turn our attention now to the drama taking place in Washington. It is still doubtful that House Republicans could go to the floor today to elect the next speaker. Caroline Shively has more from Washington.
To be the next House Speaker, it's all about the math. Steve Scalise was the Republican nominee until he dropped out just 36 hours after he secured the GOP bid. With too many defectors within his own party, Scalise didn't see a path to victory in a full House vote.
There are still some people that have their own agendas.
I think we're going to get 217 votes.
House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan might be the next man up. He lost to Scalise in a secret ballot by his Republican colleagues, but could try and rally support for a second go. His fate could be similar, but Jordan may have more diehard support.
He's the only man in the room that can rally 217 votes, and the best thing Republicans can do is get behind him.
And there's also talk of temporarily giving the interim leader more powers or resurrecting a Kevin McCarthy bid, even after his historic ouster.
One thing I've always told America, I'm never going to give up on it.
Anything to get the House moving after 10 days without a speaker. And for that entire time, the chamber has been inoperable, with the government set to shut down in a month and Israel at war.
We need to move forward with the business of America, and we also need to move forward with the business of America helping Israel.
On the Democrat side, there's been much less drama. Hakeem Jeffries is their choice to lead. But there's a possibility Republicans cut a deal with Democrats to elect a speaker, handing over concessions to get it done. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Your complete weekend forecast is next. Plus,
prices for some of our favorite foods could be impacted by declining numbers of plants and pollinators. I'm Lauren Green with a look at how it could affect your wallet coming up.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Good evening. As we head into the weekend forecast, some active weather will make it difficult to see the annular solar eclipse. Now, we're nowhere near where that eclipse path is, as that is occurring across more of the western to the south central portions of the state, but we'll still be able to see the moon eclipse the sunshine just a touch, which is going to be at its maximum just about 1:15 tomorrow afternoon. Now, what will make it very difficult to see this is going to be a rainy day, so we really have a little to no chance of seeing this eclipse occur. The good news is that there is a total eclipse that is happening next year, and that could be a better chance, as we are seeing that New York is even in the path of that eclipse. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that forecast, which is still well off in our extended outlook. But for the near outlook, what we see is that Saturday is expected to be a rainy day. Not going to be a total washout, but at least keep us under some showery conditions. And then we'll continue to keep some breezy showers even through early next week. And then we'll talk about bringing in some dry and warming conditions for late in the work week. Now, as we roll into that forecast here, 7 a.m. Now, remember that maximum eclipse is around 1 in the afternoon. So we see that those rain showers aren't even overhead yet. So once those rain showers become overhead, that's when that eclipse is going to be occurring. So again, pretty difficult to see that eclipse, as we'll stay underneath those rain showers through much of the day, and we'll even continue to watch that system just linger for Saturday or Sunday morning, and then we'll see a few short waves that will trigger just some showery conditions, as well as some times of some breezy winds. So accumulation is expected to be anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch upwards of about 3/4 of an inch, and with it being being more of an all-day rain event and being more of some showery conditions, maybe a few moderate pockets. Not expecting much when it comes down to any of those flooding concerns. Now, with those clouds in place and those showers pushing in quickly into the early portion of our Saturday, that is going to limit those temperatures from warming. So we will hold even into those 40s there down through Mansfield, to even see Watkins Glen there 52 degrees, Wayland 50 degrees. So looking to hold temperatures nearly 10 degrees or more below normal. Now, we will have some hit or miss showers, but we'll also be able to work into at least some drier pockets, and that will help to level temperatures out as we'll be into those mid 50s on Sunday. However, as we are on the backside of that system, we are going to have some of those breezy winds, which will allow for wind gusts getting upwards of about 20 miles per hour. Not blustery, just a little breezy, that will be associated with some of those short waves that are expected to continue to shake out some showers. So especially Sunday night into Monday, we'll watch a short wave slide on through, which keeps us under some scattered showers, and then another short wave comes through on Tuesday. But as that short wave comes in, what we'll see is that a high pressure system is filling in behind it. So that starts to bring back some of those southerly winds and is able to clear out our skies to allow for a seasonable few days.